You are about to witness 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
Day of the round of 64 with a massive prize pool of over 50,000 DIAs brought to you by RRG Esports Syndicate. This is powered by us multiple sponsors, Zenvy Visuals, co-powered by EFO, the Esports Federation of Odisha, and produced by none other than the RRG Productions, and a very special thanks to our MOBA 5v5 Esports. And we have an amazing game ahead of us. It is the one and only IGN versus an up and coming Thundersquad. And the game is already underway. Like both teams have been hitting up their level 2s. And since the viewers did miss the draft part of the section, I will be taking you through it. And along with me, I Baldudu will be your caster with the legendary PSOΗRDuಧ쏘ИR.
Thanks for introducing me. And yeah, we missed the draft, but here we are in the match. If you can just make us go through the draft, that would be really good for the audience too, I guess.
Definitely. Like in terms of the picks, you see the side of Thundersquad, they have the first pick and they're going in for a very interesting comp. Like they went for the Leo mod in the jungle, and it's been a long time since you've actually seen the Leo have a good time in the jungle. But they're gonna be playing it against a Joy comp which is being run. But it's a very standard comp that IGN is running. They have your CC, you have a double EXP lane. I think we're seeing that meta back. We're seeing CC in the gold lane a lot more because they go with picks like Kimi in the mid lane who can substitute for a marksman in the late because of the early game pressure. So you have a very nice frontline comp over there filled up by Rudius on the Gutto with the Joy to dive the backlines. And on the other end, oh, right as we speak, there is Joy with the backline, the beats putting in a heavy amount of damage, zoning Zephyr away and sending fresh air back to the base.
Yes, and as we speak about Team IGN right now,
Team hero
really
has
like to
been
congratulate
slain.
them for their recent sponsorship.
Red team has
They are
slain
now
the turtle.
So that's a very great news for the community as many teams are getting
Red team
the
hero has
recognition
been
and the
slain.
sponsorship that they always wanted. So
Definitely.
these are really good signs for the community, I would say.
Definitely, man. I mean, and IGN is, setting that stage for the members in the community. And right as we speak, there is the set coming in from Mirio trying to catch out Phrygia. Phrygia will not be able to sustain that damage. The Florin being sent back for the second time to this game to the base in just under 3 minutes. There is a taunt onto Rolex. He will have to back off for now. And this is the advantage that that double fighter comp gives you. You can be a lot more aggressive in your rotations. And I mean, PSOΗRDuಧ쏘IR, I'm not even close to as good as a player on that stage. So what would, like, suppose if you had that sponsor money coming in, what would be the first thing you would do?
Uh, Regarding that, I would suggest that the most high priority for them right now is to build their synergy. Try to make sure that they perform good so that the that keep them stay interested, they give the performance that they want. It's like they got the opportunity, they should use it very
Hero
wisely,
has been
I would say.
slain.
Perform better in upcoming tournaments and all. That
Definitely.
is the first next step for them.
And I think one thing is that as to how IGN has secured that sponsorship would probably be with terms of consistency, because I've been casting for not just MLOS but like multiple other tournaments, and you always see IGN in the participation. You do not really try to put a lot of pressure on the Orcs. They're there from the round one. They show up on time. They're there. They show that sense of professionalism. And stuff like that is what I think a lot of the very good players in our community need to have, because you might have the best micro and macro, but if you're not gonna have that professionalism, and you're not gonna make it pro. So back to the game now. Finally, the tempo is still firmly in favor of IGN right now. There's the engage coming at Aaron the Creator with the curtain call, picking up the kill, for which Rudy is going to get picked off. Takes in a little too much turret damage, and Nisa Amane is the one who's gonna get that kill. And that's the last person you want to feed on this side of Thundersquad, because if they want to make a comeback in the late game, they have the Cecilian, they have the Irthiel, and she's the only one racking up kills right now.
Yes. towards the item.
Killing spree.
Better item.
Okay. Misa zoned
See at
out
the
for
bottom
now.
lane.
Okay, there is a fire looking for a set. Will he gonna use up his ultimate? Not just yet. Holding on for now. Misa forced to back off away from that turret, and I think IGN will collapse onto the bot side. It's taking a little poke. Mirio is there trying to put in a little zone, but Zephyr is going to be able to clear it out for now. But there is the set coming in. 4-man catch on the beautiful set coming in from Mirio. He's going to wrap it up. Who's going to get the kill? Amani is going to sustain for now. Zephyr using the instant amount of damage with the Phantom Steed will not be able to get the kill, and it's going to be stolen away by Misa once again. This is the third kill for the Sicilian. And that is the perfect start any mage could ask for. But there's a curtain call, engage onto Zephyr. Zephyr unable to sustain, has to back off for now. Will he be able to survive? Rudius with the set, make it 2. Nisa survives for now. It's gonna be Raijin falling for the third time. Rolex is gonna be done in, and Thundersquad being cleaned up right now with only 2 members left, sent back to the base. As Aaron and team will try to end this game as soon as possible.
In few seconds, Thunder will see the first lord of the game, and I believe that if Team Thunder Squad doesn't push back, then I don't think they will be able to defend it the first lord itself.
And
the lord is spawning 5 seconds.
yeah,
I believe
I think yeah, they should probably wait for the Lord, but no, it's gonna be they're just gonna want to get that turtle up for now. Looks like they're just gonna take the turtle, gonna let them. Oh, Mario with another set back in there. Rudio's gonna give them the follow up, catch it 2, make it 3. Mario still surviving on for now, holding on for with his life. Aaron diving in very deep, and look at the impact the CC is having this game. From getting in that early gold,
Blue
I'm
team
really
turret has
curious as to
been
what is he
destroyed.
making to build in that much damage this game. I mean, the amount of damage that Aaron is giving out right now, dishing out right now, is actually insane. He's having more of an impact than the Joy is in the current game. And speaking of impact, right is there. Joy trying to prove me wrong with the beats on point, makes the engage, pokes him mortally low, going in for the re-engage. Can she get Rolex? Not just yet. They will survive for now, holding on with a sliver of HP.
That team
Blue team turret has been
dominating
destroyed.
with a goal lead of around 5,000, and I believe all of them must have okay. Beautiful engage by the side of Terizla. A great follow-up coming from the side of Gatot as well. Joy trying to pick up some kills, and Sicilian gets the kill of.
Oh my god. Absolute havoc right now.
Red team hero has been slain.
Oh,
Shut down.
okay. Okay, wait, my stream is lagging, but there is finally the shutdown. Aaron will be taken down. I mean, it is high time. This man has to be stopped, and he does get, finally takes taken down, and that's a lot of gold being pushed to the side of Thunder Squad. But Rich is finally getting his items, and he has got his, this shield up right now with the wings. He's got his blood wings. So it's gonna be a lot harder to catch him out, and he's gonna be hurting a lot more. And what are your thoughts on Kimi on the mid? Like personally, it works very well, but I just don't like the concept of Kimi on the mid lane. I mean, it feels like a marksman rather than a mage because you
Red team
expect
has
instant
slain the
burst, you
Lord.
expect crowd control, but Kimi has not much of that in the early game.
Yes, but I believe because of the comp, you can look at it, Terizla and that Gatot. Any one of them can get a setup, and then Kimi with that. It's like if Kimi hits with the ult, or either Gatot hits with the ult, or either Mirio hits with the ult. If any one of them connects, then it's just one after another, right? Another combo, and then another combo, and then there is a joy to pick everyone off at the back line. You can just dash towards you as soon as you see that 3 people have connected with any one of the ult. It's just joy coming in, right? And then there is Aaron to follow up with the damage. going 1v1 against anyone. So I think in this comp it works pretty nice. It just blends in. What are your look at that.
Definitely. Oh, that's exactly what you're talking about. There is Rudius with the set. He manages to catch out one somehow, but there he will fall once again. Misa Mane still somehow holding on for now, but Mario with the catch onto 3. Can he make it 4? He's gonna try to end them all, and yes, they do. Which getting the double kill onto Zephyr. They're gonna clean up the top side inhibitor. Will they complete this game as soon as possible, or will they just hold on and collapse the top side too? They're searching for the end. Such is life, misses the dash, but the beat's damage is just too much. The goal difference is way too much to hold on to. They get a final shutdown. Misa will fall along with their aces, and that is it for game one. IGN have moved on to the round of 32.
Really well played from the side of Team IGN. They worked out their com really well. The setup was very nice. You always see Mirio or Rudius trying to get at least 3 people in the back line, and then after that, the joy just goes in. And that's how the whole match went. And a good try from the side of Team Thundersquad. They got some kills. Sicilian played really well, but I believe this was not enough to stop IGN.
Definitely. I think, like you mentioned, the draft, the early game aggression in the draft, the lack of crowd control played a huge part. You had nobody to stop the Gatot or the Terizla from just diving in and walking out, except for the Cecilians, claw.
Mm.
So you end up getting stuck really bad over there in that situation. And look at the amount of damage taken. I mean, it is you see, like it's only the Borg who's able to sustain, but this it's just not enough at the end of the day. And that sums it up for this match. We have another game coming up. It's gonna be Pan Dukan versus Eternal Torment, and again another really two solid teams coming up. We have a lot of good games in store for you guys. So we'll be back right after a short cap.
Sound becomes story.
आने दो फ्रेडो को.
Hey guys, welcome back to MLOS Season 2. Brought to you by RRG Esports Syndicate. Currently, we're back and we're into the banning and picking phase for this game between IH and C3M. Right now, we're waiting for Iconic to make the pick. He has 9 seconds left on the clock. Who will he be banning right now? So we can tell it's gone down to the last minute. He has banned Phobius. He's taken his sweet time to ban a Phobius. A really nice ban. Lethal EXP laner. We all know what a Phobius can do. Maybe. Oh, C3M have decided to ban the Kalea here. The Phobius ban, in my opinion, could be due to the fact that they want to play a Joy. Maybe they want to play a 1-1 as well. We all know the Phobius kind of counters the Joy, does also counter the 1-1. So it is something we will have to look forward to. It is a high possibility that they do end up picking a 1-1 or a Joy here. Now Spit is going for the ban on the side of IH. Kalea banned, by the way. Kalea is also a strong ban. But I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen a Grok or a Angela ban here, or a Lancelot or a Yi Shin ban here. It's some of the bands that I was looking forward to here. By the way, joining me on the casting this, it's Fission and it's Fredo, the talented Fredo, who we all know, who everyone is familiar with in the casting scene and MLB India esports community. Welcome to the match, Fredo.
Hello, Vision. Once again, we are back. And yeah, we're going to cast this match once again tonight on the MLOS. This is season 2. And of course, in its second season, we're going to witness this match going down tonight between C3 Meraki and on the other side, we have In Heaven. So yeah, that is, of course, a very interesting match that we have ahead for us. Let's see what are the bans and picks that they go for. Right now, we can see In Heaven going for the Phobias and the Zushin, which is pretty decent, I would say. Meanwhile, on the other side, Yisanshin and Kalea. And I feel like the Zushin pick is Zushin ban is definitely not worth it. But yeah, of course, if you are going for something of a front line which does not have dash skills, then I feel like the Zushin might be worthy. For example, if you're going for a Bakshia, if you're going for a Fredrin, and even the Gatot as well, high loss and all that, which do not have a lot of mobility skill to get away from the Zushin, then it can come really handy. With that, the next pair of bands coming in as well. We're looking at a phobia, Yves getting banned along with the Kimi, both mid laners being targeted here. And I'm not really sure as to why they would want to ban a Kimi because there's always the option to go for a Lolita pick against the Kimi. But yeah, right now we're not seeing that. Meanwhile, Gamer XD will pick up the Grok, and Grok is, of course, a hero that you do not want to let go to the opponents if you have it open. So the Grok is definitely a very worth it pick, I would say. Along with that, we're seeing at the 1-1 pick coming up as well from the other side. C3 Meraki are definitely showing a lot of confidence. But the thing is, you do have a lot of counters to keep in mind when you're picking up a 1-1. So, Vision, do you think this 1-1 is just too early to get picked here?
I think it might not be too early because the Phobius has been banned out by the side of In Heaven. The Grok has been picked, so there's no unless the Grok is the EXP laner. I don't think there will be a Kufra being picked there. Maybe a Clint. Maybe we might see a Clint right now. But we also do
Yep.
see the side of C3M going for that Kimi pick. I mean Kimi ban, and they're going for the Alice pick as well. So they do have the sustain as well for this Kimi to protect us. I mean to protect this 1-1 here, and it all depends on if the side of In Heaven do end up picking the Clint, in my opinion. But that's what I feel so far.
Well, I do have the Iritel in mind, and along with the Iritel, like you said, the Clint is still open as well. Those guys can really hold their own ground against the 1-1. Even the Harit, if you ask me, is pretty good pick against the 1-1. But with that, They go for the Hayabusa. I would have preferred a Fanny here though, because we know, right? The Fanny is, of course, a direct counter for the 1-1. I have heard of GRG being a very good jungler, but for some reason, we're not seeing them pick up the Fanny here. Instead, they're going for a Hayabusa, and you know that the Hayabusa is, of course, a good hero, but against the 1-1, sometimes it just fails to work because the 1-1 second skill can purify from that shadow which is placed onto her. So, yeah, for that reason, I feel like the Hayabusa is not really the best counter against the 1-1. But if someone can actually go in and just bait out that purify skill, the second skill of the 1-1, then I feel like that is a nice time for the Hayabusa to engage. And with that, the goal lane pick is, of course, a Natan. And I feel like the Natan is a good thing here because we know Wind of Nature comes in really handy. And that is the reason why it's not really the best case scenario to pick up a Wind of Nature hero. But with the Natan, that is not a problem at all. Meanwhile, on the other side, Kadita getting picked as well. Not really sure though if the Kadita is going to be able to do her job right. But of course, that does, force the enemies to pick up heroes which have mobility. And along with that, we're proceeding for the second round of the bans. We're seeing Kagura and Arlord getting picked off from the side of C3 Meraki. And it's kind of understandable as to the Kagura, though I'm not really sure about why the Kagura is getting banned here. Arlord, we all know why it is banned. The setup potential from that final slash is definitely something that C3 Meraki do not want to face tonight. And for that reason, we're going to be seeing this Arlord getting banned. Meanwhile, Kagura getting banned is something that I don't understand. But yeah, we'll leave that to C3 Meraki to explain for themselves. But yeah, with that on the other side, they have banned out the Zushin and they have banned out the Gatot and the Fredrin. So this is kind of making sense for me. But what are your thoughts, Vision? Why do you think the Kagura has been banned here?
I agree. I do not see a lot of point coming in from the Kagura. I don't know if they think the Kagura can kind of delete this 1-1, but it's like really impossible because as we know, the 1-1 does have the purifier, so it doesn't make sense to me. Like I have to agree with you on this one. But the Fredrin being banned out here, we all know Fredrin and Baxia, one of the S tier junglers right now, along with Lancelot and Yi Shin. But the Lancelot has not been picked up. It's a Guinevere in the jungle for C3M side, while Finn is hovering over the Lapu Lapu right now. And we'll have to see what is he going for the Yuzong? Is he going for the Lapu Lapu here? And who is Iconic gonna pick? Because this pick coming in from Iconic, oh, it might be a Sicilian. A whole lot of damage. What do you think about this Sicilian and Lapu Lapu pick, Fredo?
I feel like the Sicilian and Lapu Lapu picks are pretty decent here. And considering the Lapu Lapu, a very strong EXP laner who can hold his own ground and definitely dominate the lane, especially against an EXP Alice, because Alice is not really that strong in the early game. Along with that, the Sicilian from the backlines can just keep on dishing out damage, and it's always better to have a late game insurance, and that is what the Sicilian is, right? In the late game, can easily burst down enemies from a distance, and of course, the damage of the Bat Feast is just way too much for the enemies to handle, so that will just, force a Athena shield onto them. And for that reason, I feel like Sicilian is pretty good as well. From the other side, C3 Meraki and their draft with a pick that is something that is then it's not something that I would prefer, but let's see if it works out pretty good or not. I feel like it can work because the amount of crowd control which is there is kind of questionable. I feel like the Alucard might work here, but with that we're going to see a Guinevere into the Roam and the Alice on the EXP, so that is going to be something interesting because Guinevere Roam is not something that we see every day, right? So yeah, with that, we are done with the draft. And before we go into the match, Vision, what are your, which is the side that you're preferring tonight?
I'm kind of going for the side of Inhans right now. There's the Lapu Lapu, as you all know, S tier EXP laner, Nathan, S tier MM, the Grok, obviously, after the revamp, he is S tier Roamer as well. There's a lot of S tier heroes, a lot of offense coming in from the side of In Heavens. While C3M, like you said, there's these picks from the side of them, Guinevere and Rome are really unorthodox roamer here. So it will all depend on if he can get a nice setup on like a multiple man, maybe a 3-man, a 4-man setup that the Alucard and the 1-1 can utilize upon along with the Alice and Kadita. So, but at this as it stands, I feel like In Heavens have a better chance of winning this game than a C3 Meraki.
Yep, and we'll be taking a while before we load the game and go into it right away. But yeah, like I was saying, it is definitely going to be interesting to see who will be winning with this draft that we already have in our hands. Definitely, like you said, it's definitely In Heaven who are looking in a better shape. But C3 Meraki as well, their draft does have potential. You do not want this 1-1 or Alucard, either one of them to getting snowball. And all, at the same time, if you take it to the late game, Alice can go for a 1v4 and it would be definitely something that, will be getting very hard to counter against. And with that, yeah, here we are once again into the land of Dawn. We're going to be seeing this match very soon. Just to remind you guys, this is the second season of Mobile Legends Odisha series. It is a 50,000 diamond prize pool tournament, and this is brought to you by RRG Esports Syndicate, powered by Zenvy Visuals, co-powered by Esports Federation of Odisha, and produced by RRG Production. And yep, of course, special thanks to Mobile 55 Esports. And here we are into the land of Dawn. We're looking at In Heaven on the blue side and C3 Meraki on the red side. And of course, the junglers are starting with their blue buffs, so opposite lane rotations will be coming in. Let's see though who gets the rotational advantage. For now, a lot of poke happening in the mid lane. And in the EXP, it just seems like Alice has cleared the lane faster than the Lapu Lapu, which is a surprising thing.
I agree, it is a really surprising thing the way this Alice has been managed to clear the lane faster, and he's already going for this green green hair, piece hair.
Uh-oh.
Get the help of him.
That is kind of interesting because if you think about it right now, C3 Meraki has just taken that creep, and that creep will just deny that level 4 to the Hayabusa. And look at that, he's level 3 versus level 2. Does he get the buff? He does not. And now he might be struggling. But oh, the jump comes in from GRG and gets a first blood onto the Alucard. Level 4 already secured here. But he runs out of the shadow. Super Aim did try to give some backup, but I'm expensive. I feel like, the idea was definitely there from C3 Meraki. But yeah, the execution kind of faltered there.
But it all comes down to the experience of GRG as well. Like you said, Redo. You said he's a really good jungler, and he has managed to prove it. He did not lose the red. He managed to get a kill onto the Alucard as well. Here. Looks like he'll be going for more actually. He wants more.
Boogie Shadow kill gets one more down. Alucard already 2 times killed in the first 2 minutes. That is not a good news for a hero that needs snowball, right? And with that, take a look at the way the 1-1 is getting dominated as well. But he turns on the Inspire. Can he turn things around? Yes, he does. But get taken down as well. Damian, 555 will fall as well. That is some good trade coming up, but oh my god, Iconic with the side steps. Godfather is forced to use right now. If he does not use the ultimate, he could be falling, but oh, guess what? The Hayabusa does not have the ultimate as well, so he'll be safe. But okay, early initiation coming in. They do check out the bushes. Super Im is present there. GamerXD scouting out the area with Finn. But yeah, they need to be careful about holding the ground. Inside the tower, Super Im gets a kill onto Finn, and the initiation comes in from the Alice as well. Petrify on to the Hayabusa. GRG will fall. Super Im falls as well, but there is a Bravest Fighter being used. I am expensive, gets the kill, but GamerXD could fall here. A lot of damage being done onto him, and he will fall as well. That was a good turtle fight, especially the Alice here. Zenai, or Zenny, whatever you call it, is doing a phenomenal job in the XP lane, and the Lapu Lapu is definitely struggling.
That play for Super M was really impressive. The way he jumped with 1 HP into the tower and managed to get that kill, that was really unreal. But yeah, Hayabusa did end up falling down, and they did end up losing the turtle there. But it looks like there will be the Kadita, the Guinevere, and the 1-1 will be trying to pressurize this Nathan here in the top lane. They're giving vision to their team at this moment.
I'm really not understanding how is a Lapu Lapu not playing better than the Alice, Because if you remember it, then he was actually chasing down the Guinevere, and the Guinevere is actually a roamer. So EXP winner in the team fight, he usually is supposed to go for the jungler or the backliners during the neutral objective fights, but That has not been happening. Damian could be in trouble though. A lot of damage being done here by the Nathan. 1 HP Grok coming in with the wall charge. The wall has been placed as well. He's 1 HP, but the Petrify combo from Godfather Henny will be the one that will cross the dead of them all. But with that, a lot of damage being coming from the Sicilian as well. Supreme forced to use the flicker. I'm expensive rise to the scene, but this gold crab will just spot him out. So they do not try to go for the engages. The retribution being used there though for that gold crab as well. But yeah, like I was saying, there is definitely a gap between these two EXP laners right now. I just feel like Zenai is playing much better than Finn.
By the way, can we take a... Did we miss that kill on the 1-1 by GRG? GRG was... He didn't even show himself. He suddenly walked in with the shadows. He got that. Since he was 1 HP, he managed to get the kill onto Damien right here. That was an impressive kill because Damien was emoting onto Spit. He was like, nah, I survived at 1 HP. But GRG had some other plans for that. He was like, nah, you can't emote this early. I'm still alive. And he got that kill. And right now we see the Zenny around the turtle. He's trying to zone out Gamer. But Gamer won't be going away anytime soon because he knows what he can do with this Grok. He's capable of making plays with this Grok, and he will be managing to zone the a beautiful knockup coming from the side of the Grok. And here we see the Alucard in trouble. We also see it looks like Finn takes down taking Alucard here. Super N takes down Gamer XD, and
wow.
Luis the kill.
1 HP survival from Zenai there. But okay, Finn, do you spot the fact that Zenai is still there? You can use those whirling blades to take him down, but guess what? He will not do that. That will be a lucky escape here for Zenai. But man, the Alice has been having too much comfort in the XP. He definitely needs to get punished at the moment. And GRG was pushing down those towers. Does he realize the presence of that Guinevere? Guinevere can go in for the jump, but oh my god, the movement speed boost that he got. He probably has a Hunter Strike on because of that, right? He got that movement speed, but right now Alucard coming in as well. They might be one to go in for this Sicilian who will fall, it seems. Yes, he does. But my goodness, Damien will fall as well. Spit takes him down. The jump with the flicker coming in from Supreme takes down Spit as well. That is a good initiation from the Guinevere, taking down members who are really low. But oh my god, the immune from the rough waves coming in from Hani as well will be able to help him survive that ultimate from GRG. But okay, Finn just spot out Supreme was providing the vision, and he wants to go in with the bravest fighter. Supreme does not have his facial migration, and he will be getting taken down as well. Shut down secured here by Finn, and that is kills on kills, going one and again into the hands of the side of In Heaven, and they want to go for this turret, but instead they'll be one. I seem like they want to go for this blue buff right now, which is available.
It looks like Zenny will be taking on Gamer XD, but he's just trying to zone him out. So YamaExpensive can secure his blue easily without getting pressurized by Gamer XD right now. And it looks like he will easily manage to secure this blue right here. And Zenny and Finn, they're just trying to zone each other out, but Super M and Gamer XD going at each other's throats at the moment. But Alucard onto the top lane. Alucard is trying to bait
Spit.
He gets a third dive onto him, and YamaExpensive ends up taking down Spit.
And Spit will be taken down like that. 2-4-2 is the score. Meanwhile, Damien is also on 1-3-4. So yeah, the goal laners have been taken care of by both sides. But even then, the fact that YamaExpensive is the one who got the kill there is kind of expensive for their side as well. Finn does not use the bravest fighter yet, does not want to commit, but meanwhile, look at Damien, he could be in trouble here. The Bat's Feast gets to him, and he will be the one getting taken down. And okay, GamerX is scouting out the area, providing vision, and he could be going in right now. Does he have the wild charge? Oh, he does not, and they get in trouble. 3 members there to take him down. Iconic as well. Turret dive coming in from YamaExpensive, and he will get that kill onto Iconic. And that is a tower diving Alucard coming through for you. Speed as well, going for the mid lane. Trying to take it down as soon as he can. Meanwhile, look at Hayabusa as well. They are trying to get structures, getting trades across the map whenever possible. And that's why In Heaven, of course, the leaders of the Elite Leaderboards are playing at the moment with C3 Meraki, who are also one of the top teams. So this match is definitely looking intense. This could go on very long. I mean, they have a good kill lead, but if you take a look at the farm, it's not really too much to show for all that, right?
Yeah, and I have to say, by the way, the Super M on the Gunniver has kind of made me eat my words because we were doubting. We were really like he has to go for that 3-man setups, and he has. Like we just saw earlier, he is managing to get these setups there, and he's managing to set up the Khadita and his team for these kills. Looks like GRG will be going for the kill onto Zenny, and will GRG go for more? He's low HP. He's trying to escape. He will manage to escape apparently, but Super M on his tail right now. Damon ends up taking down Iconic. And it looks like GRG will manage to survive somehow on 1 HP. He might be on the Kakashi Hatake skin, but he is indeed playing like the copy ninja. He is currently 410 as well. But we'll see what happens. He's currently one level high above than I'm expensive. Will this one level prove really vital for him? Because he's going to he managed to spot the Alucard in the top lane, and he will manage to hide as well.
Yep, that seems to be the case. He takes down a tower, and with that, the number of towers which are left here are pretty less. If you take a look at the side of C3 Meraki, and with that, GamerX is scouting out the area, providing vision. Lord is up, the first Lord, and of course, first Lord is definitely a good time to take fight and get the advantage that you desperately need, because this match is still hanging by a thread. There are a lot of things that could go wrong here for both sides if any of these sides make a mistake. Very, very neck to neck at the moment. Just one initiation could change things here. GRG goes in with the ultimate. The knockup comes in from 4-man knockup coming in from GamerXD and get a shutdown onto one member. Speed will go down as well, but the amount of damage being done here by Iconic is just way too much. They open the crossbow of Tang. They get one member. They get two. Damien can get one more down, and it will be GRG who still is surviving. But Zenai wants to go in. So does Damien. Can GRG survive this? He is very, very low. One more hit can take him down. Shutdown secured here by Damien. GRG has been deleted. The enemy jungler is down with 1-man advantage. C3 Meraki can go for the Lord.
What an ultra knockup by GamerXD. That was amazing. He spotted he got a 4-man knockup, and they managed to get, but it was not in their favor apparently. But
Yep.
It looks like the red side will be taking this. They're doing the Lord dance, but it looks like they have a free Lord on their hands. But will they manage to secure it before? Oh wait, they did manage to secure it, and currently it looks like he might end up taking down Zenny here. Damien going for more. Godfather Henny ends up taking down the Nathan. Damien trying to get the skill onto GamerXD. He managed to take down GamerXD as well. GRG going in as well. Super M takes down Iconic. GRG takes down I Am Expensive. It looks like he'll Finn will end up taking down Super M as well. And now they're going head to head at each other. Damien versus Finn. Damien wins this trade-off. And it looks like GRG wants a kill onto Damien as well. He wants to shut him down, but he ends up getting petried. And Damien ends up taking down GRG as well. What an amazing play. It's a wipe out onto the side of In Heaven. They have been taken down. Now Damien going for this red buff hair while the Lord pushes on from the top lane. What will happen? This is really interesting. What do you think about this, Fredo?
Man, a really interesting turnaround of things that we're seeing here. C3 Meraki are taking back control. Even with that 4-man knockup, they were not able to capitalize on it. I feel like the follow-up from Finn was very, very, I should say late. But yeah, with that, C3 Meraki are the ones taking control of the match. And right now, they have to definitely do something. The side of In Heaven cannot let things roll on like this, because they are definitely the leaderboards of the elite leaderboards. And that's why they have to be controlling this game instead. But yeah, at the moment it does not seem to be the case. But okay, I mean, GRG did try his best, but I feel like they're lacking somewhere, and that is actually, I feel like, Spit has been getting taken down way too easily. If one of these goal laners could survive the team fights, then they would win the team fight. And in the last fight it was Damien who survived it, and that's why they won the team fight. Similar thing, Iconic, if he gets taken down as well, there has to be Spit to follow him up for the damage. And that's why if Spit goes down, if Spit keeps falling in every single team fight, then they are definitely going to lose the game.
And like you said, Spit is currently 265. He's not having the best of days. While Damien was around the same KDA as him, but he has managed to show what he can do on the 1-1. He has managed to come back. He's 7-4-5 now. He's been getting a lot of kills. He's been making a lot of crucial trade-offs, and it looks like it could be any minute when he could be at a position to be turning this whole game around by himself, which we are seeing glimpses of as for right now. It looks like the side of the red side will also be sticking together. They're not trying to split push. They're not. They don't have this pressure, right? Pressure on the lanes by the minions as well. So they have like a lot of free room going on here, and they will be sticking together to see if they can catch anyone off guard. Because the way the side of In Heaven are playing, they're trying to split push to control these waves and take some pressure off these lanes. But I feel like C3M are going to look for a team fight or look for someone who's not near their team and take a kill for themselves and they turn this whole game around.
Definitely, you need to do a lot if you want to turn things around here. And GamerXD is, of course, spotting out members. He gets knocked up. That's an ultimate baited here. Alice going in with the ultimate as well. Crossbow of Tang getting activated here. Spit falls down once again. The first member to fall. And that should be a very important kill here that they have secured. Akoni falls down as well. One by one, members are falling. Bodies falling across the map. And there's nothing that Finn can do as well. Crossbomb, Tang getting it. Godlike coming in for Damien. Meanwhile, GRG, the only member left, what can they do right now? It's really, really hard for In Heaven to do anything at this point. And with that, look at C3 Meraki. They want to go for the end. Can GRG make a successful base defense here?
Looks like whenever the Grog gets taken down, it kind of shakes up the side of In Heaven. And the way the Guinevere solo ulted this the Grog to force a kill onto him, we saw Spit ended up falling down as well, and Gamer XD also ended up falling down. It was just not something In Heaven was ready for, I guess, because it was only up to GRG to predict this, and now they're going for the Grog yet again, and Damien ends up taking down the Grog as well. Damien will be chasing down the Sicilian as well. Damien ends up taking down the Sicilian as well. Now the side of In Heaven are left with 3 members with C3M securing the Lord for themselves here. It looks like it's all onto Spit, Finn, and GRG here. Will they be able to defend this? Or will this Lord marching down the mid lane be too much for the side of In Heaven to handle?
Yep, for now it just seems like it's too much to handle at the moment. Look at Spit. He's forced to use his ultimate and forced to back off. And with that, they're going all in brawl right now. Spit will get taken down as well. But seems like he'll survive long enough with the Wind of Nature. But even then, the tower has been broken down. Nexus has been taken down. And with that, C3 Meraki win over In Heavens in this series so far. But yeah, that's a very great start. And take a look at that. Godfather Hanny with that MVP on him. I mean, on the other side, GRG, the MVP. And I definitely feel like this game had a lot of things to say. What do you have to say about this, Fusion? I feel like, the side of In Heaven, they definitely had a lot of gap, I should say, by the EXP, by the gold. Even the mid laner was definitely lacking behind a lot.
I guess they did have the draft advantage, but it didn't play out as they probably would have wished it turned out for them, or for the side of In Heaven, because they did have the picks. We were thinking their draft is better, but apparently we were proven wrong, or I was proven wrong, as I should say, because this play coming in for C3M was ridiculous, and it was very well deserved. Very well deserved for the side of C3M here.
I feel the same, man. I feel like the side of In Heaven, they could have done much better. But I mean, if you think about it, Lapu Lapu should clearly be winning. And on the other side, Nathan is not someone who will be losing a lane against the 1-1. But the fact that the Kadita kept on going and targeting the Nathan, he was literally having a hard time. But the thing is, if you're having a hard time, it's always better to call for some backup. He did do that, but even then, he was getting taken down again and again. Like I said, if there was just one time where this 1-1, I mean 1-1 or Nathan, one of them could have survived the team fight, then the game would just change. And that's what happened, in that fight where Spit got taken down and Damien survived. Things just turned around after that.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a world where
Hello, everyone. Welcome you all back once again to the Mobile Legends Odisha Series Season 2. And this is brought to you by RRG Sports Syndicate. This is the second match that I'm casting here. 7:30 p.m. should be the match timing. We are going to witness the match between GoonTality and YamaEsports. And it's a 50,000 cash prize pool. My bad for saying 50,000 diamonds the last time. Yeah, and it's a cash prize pool tournament. So, of course, you do not want to miss out on the action because, of course, when it's cash which is getting involved, people just give their best. And casting alongside me is my bro Fajan, and he will be back very soon as well, I guess. But yeah, this is YamaEsports onto the blue side, and we can see GoonTality on the red side. GoonTality, not a team that I've heard of, but of course, YamaEsports, really, really famous I should say a lot of people know them very well. And of course, the names which are playing here tonight are, of course, very well known as well. Dark, of course, the winner of the Northeast Cup as an EXP laner for Team ABM. Zetat, a very good jungler, I would say. Neko Squim, of course, very famous for getting two teams disqualified in the same tournament. And Abyss TZ, one of the only players from Tripura that anyone knows about, anyone talks about. Most people do not even know he's from Tripura, but of course, let me just introduce him to you. And with that, and she to smile about. I don't know him at all, but yeah, I guess he's a substitute as well as the squad name does not seem to be same. But yeah, with that, that's all that I can say about the introduction of the players and the teams. And we are here headed into the ban section. We're seeing the draft coming up from the side of YamaEsports, where they have banned out 1-1 and Fanny both. So they do not want the 1-1, neither they want the counter of the 1-1 to be getting picked. Along with that, another hero that can get countered by the Fanny getting banned as well, which is, of course, the Zushin. Meanwhile, from the other side, the side of GoonTality have banned out heroes which do make sense in this meta. But from the other side, the side of YamaEsports, their bans definitely seem to be more of target bans. What do you have to say about that, Fission?
First off, I have to say that hopefully Ancient to smile about gives us something to smile about in this game. And GoonTality, that's kind of like I saw this name. I think I know what it means, and I think I know what it stands for, but I don't want it to be what I think it stands for. Anyways, but we see the 1-1 ban, Zushin ban, Fanny ban. Some nice bans, Zushin. I don't know about that, but we also see a Angela CC Grog ban coming in, which are all obviously all top 3 tier bans. We see Ztad going for that Baxia pick. S tier jungler in this meta. But we see YOLO AB picking up that decent Shin, even though the Baxia might have a few points over this decent Shin since he's a tank jungler. And but Kevin Ada does end up picking the Eve.
Yeah, they pick up the Eason Shin and the Yves. I feel like those are good picks. The Yves is especially good against Libaxia because we all know the Yves has a slow effect on her skills. Along with that, the damage from the Void Blast is just something that you want to talk about because people don't really talk about it too much. The damage is just way too much. If you get hit by the Void Blast 3 times, you're down to 50% of your health. And as a mage, which is not supposed to be dealing burst damage, I think it's pretty decent damage. So yeah, for that reason, I feel like the Yves is definitely a good pick against the Baksha. But meanwhile, from the other side, we're looking at two heroes which definitely can turn things around here, even though this Baksha is getting countered by the Yves, which is the Leia and the Kimi. The Kimi, of course, being a nuisance in the goal lane, being a nuisance in the mid lane, especially with the range that she has and the poke that she can deal. Along with that, if you talk about the traction pulse, it's always good to have the traction pulse available for those initiations as well, because you know that in team fights, when things get too messy, the enemy is just very, very close to each other, and the traction pulse just comes in, and you just, are caught off guard. 3 members getting pulled together, some setup comes in, and you are dead. You are dead. So, yeah, I feel like it's pretty good picks that YamaEsports are going for. Meanwhile, from the other side, we're going to see if GoonTality can do the same or not, because for now, their draft is looking decent. But of course, if you talk about the execution part, I definitely feel like YamaEsports can execute much, much better as compared to the side of course, GoonTality. But with that, the draft is definitely some place where you can try to level it up with your opponents, even though we know that YamaEsports, especially because they are, of course, well known, they are mythic leaderboard teams, and they have a good amount of synergy between them as well. Things will be definitely tough here for GoonTality, but I do think that this draft so far is just showing the vibe that this could be a head-to-head match.
The thing I'm looking forward to see here, by the way, personally, is if Nico's Queen will be going onto a Kimmy in a goal lane, and if Melly is going for that Ruby goal lane as well, because right now it looks like if the Kimmy does end up going in the goal lane, the Ruby can counter the Kimmy in the goal lane. So I hope this is what they're going for right here because I do want to see this. But we also do see a Phobius ban coming in and a Gato Kacha ban coming in right here. So really interesting bands, but we all know they're both really good picks in the EXP lane. Gato a flex pick, so because he's good in the roam as a roamer as well. So now it's on to Toxic Venom and who he will be banning before Ancient to smile about gives us something to smile about with his ban.
Let's see what they ban here. Should be an EXP laner, and like I was saying, it is an EXP laner. It is a Esmeralda getting banned here. I feel like there could be a Harriet coming up here if it is not a Ruby gold lane. Ruby is usually played in the gold lane, but yeah, we do understand that it could be flexed into the EXP as well. And like I was saying, if it is flexed into the EXP, then there's a high chance that we might see a Harriet come up. I feel like Harriet is a good pick in the gold lane because, of course, the damage is there, and along with the damage, the you know the amount of potential that it has in the early game to just get that snowball going as well, very high. So yeah, for those reasons, I feel like the Harriet is a pick that they want to go for, but they're not going for it yet. Instead, they're probably thinking about a roamer. But okay, it is clear now that the Ruby is going for the goal lane, and we're going to see a Lapu Lapu getting picked in the XP. But I feel like this Ruby could still be flexed into the roam, which is not something that I would prefer. But the Ruby can be played in the roam as well, right? A lot of crowd control, a lot of sustain. But yep, with that, on the other side, we're seeing Ain't Shit to Smile About picking up the Granger, which is, of course, a deadly pick. But Idithel is still open. And along with that, we're seeing the EXP pick or the roam pick. Okay, here it is, the EXP pick. We're going to see a Alice versus a Lapu Lapu once again, which is interesting. Who do you think will win this time?
This time it's like I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted to actually see a Kimi versus a Ruby in the gold lane, but Ancient to smile about has given us something to not smile about. Him going for that Granger pick. I still do think Melly is going for that gold laner pick right here, and yeah. So it's something like I was not hoping this to happen, but I think currently the damage dealer from this side, the blue side, is currently the Granger. The Granger and the Kimi will be doing a lot of damage while they have a lot of sustain coming in from the backside, Kalea and Alice. Meanwhile, on the side of GoonTality, they have YOLO AB with the offense, Kevin Nathan with her ult, and Melly with the sustain, Ian with the sustain, and Toxic going for the same. They both have kind of the same comps, but the main damage coming in from the side of GoonTality will be YOLO AB, for as far as what I think is going to happen, and from the blue side, will be the Granger and the Kimi. So I think the blue side might just edge it over the the good side of GoonTality by just like a few percentages, but it could go either way. So I'm really excited to see what happens in this game.
Let's see what happens. Of course, we're excited as well to witness the clash between the two sides, which are definitely heavy hitters. YamaEsports, especially the ones on the mythic leaderboards, and GoonTality, the other team, onto the red side, who are definitely going to have a hard game. But of course, with the kind of draft that they've went for, it should be a very interesting match that lies ahead of us. GoonTality are definitely having a lot to show for as well. They are on to the red side. Meanwhile, on the blue side, we can see YamaEsports as well. YamaEsports are definitely the mythic leaderboard teams, and that will just give them an advantage before the match. But during the match, let's see if GoonTality can show us something interesting and something to root for them as well. Meanwhile, Zitat starting with the blue and Venom starting with the red. So yeah, we're going to see a rotation towards the goal lane from both these junglers. But yeah, that is not something that I would like to say is going to happen for sure, because these days there are weird rotations that could come up anytime. Meanwhile, Dark winning out the lane, not really having a lot of pressure. But take a look at Zitat, early rotation towards YOLO. He is forced to use that flicker just to survive. And now, okay, Ian taking a lot of hits as well, taking 4 members hits, by the way. YOLO is very, very low. My goodness, he survives that somehow. Don't really know how, but he survived that. And with that, he's forced to recall. But look at Alice just denying some time as well for him to recall. But yeah, so with that, early rotation-wise, I feel like both the teams are doing pretty good. Nothing advantageous coming out of the rotations so far, but with that, okay, Khalid is using that mobility to get to the places he wants faster than his opponents. And yeah, look at Toxic Venom. He's denying the Bakshia of that level 4.
And Toxic Venom is already level 4 while the Bakshi is still level 3, but we all know the Yisun Shin is one of the fastest jumpers in the game, and will be managing to up his lead or get a good level advantage onto this Baksha. Looks like ZTAD on the Baksha is very low HP right now. Abyss TZ. Oh, Nichols keep going for the immobilize right here.
Yep, and those small creeps that the side of GoonTality have taken have just denied the Bakshi of the level 4. But of course, he will get the level 4 finally, because of course, you know, normally when you don't even farm, you just keep getting that XP up as well. But okay, Abyss TZ could be in trouble here. 3 members onto him. Does not connect though, and they'll be safe for now. But Dark taking a lot of hits. He needs to use the ultimate, and yes, he does use it, and he will be able to get away as well. Use the flicker, but first blood falling. And with that, ZTAD into the backline. A lot of damage being done here by YamaEsports. Going all in. They take down 3 members. Could be taking down 4. But Neko Squeam survives that, it seems. But no, he'll be the one getting taken down as well. But Toxic Venom gets a double before he falls as well. Ancient arrives to the scene, rotating all the way from bot side. And Melee will fall as well. That's 5-for-2 trade, and with that they want to go for the turtle. But okay, look at the bravest fighter being used here, and he does not land it very well. Zatar very low, 1 HP. Ian will get that kill. Dark arriving to the scene, provides some backup. Molten SS is onto him. He's dealing a lot of damage, but it's not enough to take anyone down. Of course, an Alice in the early game, not something that can take down anyone. But yeah, with that, they do not want their opponents to get this turtle for free. They will try their best, but Toxic Venom with the red tree will be able to get it. And with that, ain't shit to smile about. Will be having a smile faded from his screen. But okay, look at YOLO. He's getting targeted by 4 members. The Alice coming in with the ultimate as well. They will not be able to get but one. But okay, but oh, Tsunami Slam coming in as well. YOLO AB falls. Dark taking a lot of hits, and he will be punished by Toxic Venom. Abyss TZ trying to survive, but he will be falling as well. Kevinator takes him down.
It looks like YOLO AB was really aggressive there when he fell down, but Abyss TZ and Dark managed to end up getting taken down as well. Right now, though, the Yisun Shin level 7, the ZTAD level 6. The Shin is trying to capitalize this level gap onto the Boxer here, and he will do everything possible. He's 3-1-1, the Boxer is 3-1-3. But right here, Khalid trying to go for this thing, but he won't be able to because the Khalid has spotted them. And it looks like Toxic Venom and Ian will be will be withdrawing from this fight. ZTAD trying to stay there, trying to catch this Khalid right here, and he does manage to catch the Khalid, but the Khalid will manage to easily escape from this fight.
Khalid escapes for now, but they have their sights onto the Ruby. And Ruby definitely understands that, so she will be playing safe as well. But of course, it's not easy to take down a fighter, and that's the reason why they have not been able to gang down the members on the side lanes for now. And with that, seems like ZTAD has just set his sights onto the EXP lane, where it's a 2v1 going on. The bravest fighter being used, Dark, will be able to escape, but will Venom be lucky enough? It seems like Venom will be able to escape, but oh yeah, ZTAD will fall. Instead, Abyss TZ arrives, but he's too late to the party. But oh, he does use the Tsunami Slam, and that should give 1 kill. But Neko Squeam getting low. Kevinator with the RWM gets that kill onto Neko Squeam. And that was an unsuccessful revive, I would say. Dark was, clearly safe, but yeah, Abyss TZ and Neko Squeam, as well as the Tad will fall. But yeah, they're trying to go for the turtle now. Kevinator here are definitely trying their best, but let's see, can they actually do enough to win the game in the end? Toxic Venom, really good stuff happening here. As you can see, they're trying to invade the enemy jungle as well. RWM could be available very soon for a team fight, and they're trying to focus down onto the bot side right now. They want to take down his tower. Kevinator is here, Ian is here as well. Melee is definitely here. Meanwhile, top side, ain't shit to smile about, is taking on one tower, but yeah, it will be traded for the bot side tower as well. Meanwhile, at the mid side, take a look at the Lapu. Lapu, he's managing 2 lanes at once.
The Granger has been using his speed and his movement speed against this Ruby very well. He was double dual laning in the mid lane, but now he pushed this fight onto the top lane. It looks like YOLO AB will be going for the Granger. YOLO AB manages, Khalid ends up taking down YOLO AB. Abyss TZ takes down, taking into taking down the Lapu Lapu here as well. Kevin Nader in a whole lot of trouble here. Lettυce trying to get the kill on him. Abyss TZ going for the kill.
Wow.
Taking down Abyss TZ. What is going on? Ian going for his box here right now.
And with that, 1 HP escape from Kevinator. Now Toxic Venom rush to the team. Zitat is really low and he will be getting taken down by Toxic. Dark just stand there watching as his teammate will fall. And of course he understands the Alice is not the strongest in the early game, so he will be just staying behind for now. Neko Squeam as well. Toxic is definitely getting aggressive as the game progresses because he understands the potential. Oh, with that though, someone could be in trouble. Ian here gets bursted down, shut down, secured there by Ancient. But okay, that is a lot of damage being done. They take down the mid lane tier 1 though, and mid lane tier 1 is of course the most important tower after the base, of course, in the entire game, because we know when that tower falls, your jungle area is exposed. Last turtle of the game right now. And this could be a turning point here. They get the tower, they get the turtle. And yep, they're going all in for the fight. Look at the backline though. It's a 3v1 happening. And it's MLOS taking that 3v1 all alone. They take down Dark as well. EXP laners. Or I should say, yeah, of course, if you talk about it, MLOS not the EXP laner, he's a gold laner. But yeah, that is 2 side laners down. Gold traded for an EXP laner. And I feel like taking down the gold is of course always better against the EXP. But that's a Ruby, so yep, I still feel like it's a fighter for a fighter. With that, they're definitely going for pushing down that top lane side. As you can see, Ian is giving the cover to Mr. YOLO, and at the same time Kevinator as well giving cover, and they're trading towers once again. But yeah, with that, definitely some more things could be brewing up here, as the side of YamaEsports, they might be focusing more onto pushing down another one, giving a lot of cover as well. But let's see who arrives and tries to defend it from backside. Ian is trying to flank them. They want to go in. And there comes the Tsunami Slam as well. MLOS here getting caught. Oh, the traction pulses pulls them together. And there could be the members falling. YOLO uses the flicker as well, but is it enough for them to survive? Kevinator coming in. He does have the Wishing Lantern. He does not pop off the RWM yet. Finally, he comes in with the RWM, gets one member down. Kevinator could be falling as well. Ancient coming in with the clutch play. Shut down security here, but Toxic Venom still arrives as well. A lot of damage being done here by Toxic Venom. Toxic Venom also going for Neko Queen. Neko Queen will be taken down as well. Double kill secured here by Toxic Venom, and he finally backs off. But that's 4 for 4 getting traded. Okay, Zitat was still alive though, and Zitat will be able to escape. But man, that was a good fight there by both teams. But of course, this game still stands. The goal still in favor of the side of GoonTality. But yeah, they're definitely trying to make a comeback here. Esports, YamaEsports can definitely make a comeback here. It does seem that, you know, the game is getting in their hands, because we know that Alice is definitely coming up.
And it looks like they'll be going for a Lord dance right here. GoonTality and YamaEsports are both near the Lord. But
Yep.
but the side of GoonTality focusing on this Lord of it way more than but it looks like
Oh.
you're waiting for the kill on the Dark here. But right now, TV trying to take Ian down on his Khalid. But it looks like it's a 5v3.
Yep, it's a 5v3, and there is no way that they're going to get this, give away this Lord, because of course they're going to protect it with everything that they have, and they have done it. GoonTality have the Lord. Mythic leaderboard team is behind at the moment. But do you feel like, this game is actually out of their hands, or do you think it's still possible for a comeback to happen? And yeah, with that, we're definitely going to see some trouble here brewing up. Seems like YamaEsports are definitely struggling at the moment, and they have to deal with a lot of things. Another thing that they have to deal with is their mid laner, who is down while the Lord is arriving. The death timer is not that long, but it's still not a good news to have your mid laner down before the Lord arrives. They have to deal with a lot of minion waves, and they need that Kimi to clear out those minion waves. And with that, the top lane gold shield will be popped off. Mid lane is still up though. From the bot side, the Lord is coming in. They do want to get an inhibitor with this Lord, but will they be able to do that? GoonTality is definitely looking for an inhibitor.
Toxic Venom with a lot of damage here, by the way, for the side of GoonTality. The way he's been playing, he's working overtime. He's 8-1-5. He's been doing a lot. He managed to take down Nick Queen as well earlier. And looks like Alea catches Kevin later. Ancient to
Wow.
about now. The way he takes down the team, they will be going for this Lapu over here as well. YOLO AB really low HP, but he managed to survive. Melee onto the top lane right here because Dark and Zed are chasing her. And Melee ends up getting taken down by Dark here. It looks like YOLO AB is in a bad spot. Really? Play.
That was a bad move from the Lapu Lapu. He underestimated the damage of the Granger. And that's why in this team fight, they go in. Immune coming in from Toxic. Godlike. Lettυce is the one who will fall. Ian taking a lot of hits, but can he survive everything that is being thrown at him? Toxic Venom will be the one who can take it down. Instead, shut down secured here by Enshi to smile about. Killing spree comes up for him. They lose the tower down bot, but they take down 3 members and they get the mid lane as well. But is that a good enough trade? I question it because in this game, when you lose an inhibitor, there the lane pressure comes in because there will be super minions spawning and you always have to watch out for the lane on which the third is down. So yeah, I do not feel like that's a good decision.
Looks like YamaEsports will be trying to make a really good comeback here. They have managed to chop this goal lead down, and it's really neck and neck here. It's really close. But will they be able to hold on to this momentum? Will they be able to make these plays throughout this game until they finally secure a victory? It looks like Ancient to smile about is 937 now. He's logged in. He's trying to make some plays here, and the side of GoonTality have been taking his damage a bit too lightly because the way we saw the Lapu Lapu ended up dying, it was like he did not know the Granger will end up dealing that much damage, and he ended up paying for it.
The Yisun Shin is far away from the Lord, and the minions are having pressure as well. This is kind of I should say, a very risky thing here for GoonTality to go for the Lord because look at the far lane. It's getting pushed. The slow push is there. In the Lord pit though, all the members are there as well. They go in with the RWM. They are not fighting inside the RWM though. They are fighting outside it. A Kevinator, very bad way. But okay, they have zoned out the members. Abyss is very low. Take a look at the damage that is being dealt here by Kevinator as well as Mr. Enshi to smile about as well. Look at the knockup coming in from Abyss. A small AoE damage, but that is not enough to take anyone down. Abyss will fall as well. Enshi to smile about falls as well. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? A mythic leaderboard team might be getting knocked out tonight because they are fallen. All of them are down. The minions are there. They buy the immortality. They want to go for the end. GoonTality has defeated YamaEsports.
What a play by this Yisun Shin, by the way. The Yisun Shin was working overtime, and he's 12-6. Rightfully so, he's the MVP for this side of GoonTality. Kevinator, even though he might not have managed to catch the whole enemy team with his real-world manipulation, but he did manage to chase them down. And in the end, he did manage to get the win for his team as well. What a game,
My
Fredo. What do you
goodness.
think about it so far?
Man, I feel like, this match was kind of unexpected. I never thought YamaEsports would have a tough time because, of course, they're a mythic leaderboard team. They have a lot of synergy. They have been playing with, with themselves for a long, long time. But yeah, for some reason, the match just did not favor them. The synergy just on point here coming in from the side of GoonTality, and they were definitely surprised. It took them by a storm, and my goodness, look at Toxic Venom is MVP with level 11.5, and he's definitely the one who carried the game. Meanwhile, the goal lane, of course, was quite struggling because they have a Ruby, but even then, they did try their best, and they came out victor. And with that, we'll be going for a short break, ladies and gentlemen, so do not go anywhere. Stay tuned on RRG Esports Syndicate, as we'll be back after a short break for more matches up ahead.
And welcome back, everybody. This is the MLOS. We're back with another game. It is this time, it's going to be between Fusion Prime and Career Problem, with Fusion Prime being taking up the first pick, and Career Problem will be the ones responding. The draft is already underway, and we've seen the first phase of the bans is almost complete. I am your caster Bordudu. Along with me is a very talented Fission, and we will be the ones yapping along for night for the next two games. And Fission, tell me a little more about the draft.
The drafting that we are seeing from the side, these two sides, Fusion Prime and Career Problems. We have seen the ban on Arlot. They don't want to face the final flash from the side of Career Problems. There, the Baxia ban. We already know that's a S tier jungler right now in this meta. CC, another S tier EXP laner, also flexible, can also be a gold laner in this meta, but a bit situational. We're also seeing the side of Career Problems go for that Grog ban. We are an S tier ban. Bane. No one wants to face a magic ban Bane in this meta. It's crazy. The damage is unreal. The way he's spitting on his opposition is crazy. Kalea, a S tier roamer or a really solid roamer in this meta. And now we see Fusion Prime going for the Angela pick. What do you think about this so far, Baldudu?
Well, since they've given up the Angela, I mean, that is a lot of options that's unlocked for Fusion Prime. You could like pair the Angela with literally anything in this patch right now, be it the jungle, be it the EXP, or even stuff like Mage, because we've seen Zujin and Angela working very well. But like the Zujin is taken away. Shout out to Ray Official for that. But if you look at Angela paired with Yuzong, that is also a great pick because it is just so good at diving the backline, and it'll be really tough for your Yi Function to really play safe. But interestingly, Drax, that's gonna be an Angela in the mid lane actually, because it's Drax who's picked up the Guttoad. And I thought the Guttoad was gonna be the EXP lane pick. It's gonna be a clash pick, but it's actually the Lapu that's also locked. So we have a very, very heavy frontline coming in, but they will be lacking in magic damage. So do you think we will be seeing a CC, sorry, not a CC, a Joy pick possibly? Because Joy is a good counter to the Zhujian.
A Joy right now. I don't know how if they will end up picking the Joy. They kind of need the Fredrin to counter this Yi Shin, or they need another S tier pick coming from the side of Fusion Prime. They might end up taking the Lancelot. The Lancelot is open as well. But these two picks, Drax on the Roamer and Summer Sun going mid laner, Angela, very good strategy. Hop on the Lapu Lapu. This Angela will provide them with a lot of sustain, with a lot of extra defense. uh, wow, we see FWYB Twin going for the Zushin and Hex going for that glue. I think I've seen Hex a lot on their glue. So it's something that was expected. We're looking forward to see him make some plays on that glue. But this now we have the other two bans from both the sides coming in. Career Problems, Hody Joe. Who will he end up banning? He ends up banning the 1-1. And now Shiro only going for another ban. Who do you think these guys will be banning next, Baldudu, or who do you think they should be picking now?
Well, in terms of bans, I guess the side of Fusion Prime should definitely be eliminating any sort of backline or diving kind of anything that would enable your Zujan to really play freely. Since like the Kali has already taken out something like Khalid, and yes, there it is, the Khalid ban. Maybe something like your Kufra, but Kufra would not really work against the comp that Fusion Prime is running. So they can afford to take out another marksman. They could take out something like the Nathan. They could take out even a Granger. But I think rather than Granger, Moscow or a Nathan would be the best ban because it's just so hard to catch them and stay on top of these heroes. So on the other end, Career Problem would rather focus on banning out the late game carries like the marksmans for them. So now Fusion Prime is reasonably only left with stuff like maybe an Irithel or a Moscow to pick. So it's kind of risky for Fusion Prime right now because they need to ban out both marksmen or jungle. And in doing so, they are kind of risking, losing their own hero pool while trying to restrict career problems. So they chose to just avoid that issue altogether and just ban out the Hylos to prevent Zujin from really getting that mobility she needs.
I agree with everything you said. Now we are seeing a Khalid ban and a Hylos ban. while from the side of Fusion Prime, while the side of Career Problems has managed to end up banning two really strong mid MMs. They've gone for the Nathan, the S tier ban, and a 1-1. You do not want to see a 1-1. We've seen what a 1-1 can do in the previous games as well. The 1-1, once the 1-1 is logged in and is fed, we have always seen what kind of damage a 1-1 does, and the 1-1s in this competition have been really amazing so far. But right now, we might, you might be correct. They might end up picking a Joy, but is it a Joy? Because there's also a Roger here. Is it a Roger in the goal lane? No, he's switching to the Frank, has managed to bamboozle us. He's managed to go for the Cloud instead. But Shiro Oni is still on to the Joy. Shiro Oni is this has got to be scripted by Baldudu. He's going for that Joy pick here. He wants the Joy, but he's taking his sweet time. He's holding on to the last second. Baldudu, what do you think about this?
I think he's gonna go for the Joy because there's literally no other option left. If you play the Lancelot, you will struggle against the Hilda regardless. You pick any other hero, you will not be able to effectively, really hold on to the Zuzhan. Because if you pick up the Hayabusa or the Isanshin, their dashes will allow them to, cancel out the ult. So with the lands, because it's very hard for you to like dive in and also deal with the glue in the backline. So the Joy is the only reasonable option. But at the same time, Fusion Prime, specifically Drax, has to take real care to ensure that Forgotten One from the side of Career Problem does not give a lot of problem in the jungle to Shiro right now. Because if that ends up being the case, it's going to be an absolute curb stomp and a free win for Career Problems. If Forgotten One can do his job and completely shut that Joy down in the early game. So it's a really good draft coming in from both sides. Both teams have a very clear plan in mind with their draft. It was not very haphazard. They look to be in order, and it looks like we have an amazing game at hand.
I indeed agree with everything you said so far. And by the way, Baldudu, you weren't there, but it was me and Fredo casting, and we saw this being picked already. We saw a Ruby in the goal lane. It looks like there will be another Ruby in the goal lane. The last one not so effective in today's matches, but this one, I think there might be a chance this might one against a Claude might. I'm hoping I get to see a good Ruby in the goal lane, but only time will tell, I guess. But what do you think about this pick?
I mean, like matchup wise, the Ruby would work really great because in every scenario, like the Joy kind of farms from ganking gold. But if
Smash
you
them.
gank the Ruby, the Joy's dash will
All
be
troops
interrupted. So
deployed.
Joy can only engage or initiate with the last dash. Otherwise, the Ruby is gonna cancel her out. So that is one bonus for Ruby in that thing. Second thing is that she's not gonna have to struggle too much in lane simply because she can sustain on the minions pretty well with her spell vamp. So that is another win. And the most important thing is that she can bait out those purifies very easily on that Claude. If Claude dives in, he has to also be very careful. So I think rather than Ruby being a good pick, it is an effective pick in this particular draft. Like I would rather pick maybe a CC in the gold lane because of how fast her damage scaling is. Because CC is good even in the early game against most marksmen.
Right now, the Ruby though taking a lot of damage from this Claude in the top lane. The Ruby, it looks like they'll be going head to head. The Claude is trying to pressurize this Ruby. The Ruby is really low HP, but the Claude does not end up chasing her, and the Ruby manages to survive. The Ruby is going to recall the Gato, trying to force her to cancel her recall right now. But it looks like the Claude does not care. The Claude won't be going for the kill onto the Ruby. The Claude won't be overextending. Looks like Holy Joe knows he's safe, and he's going to wave us goodbye and recall and go back to his own base right now to get this HP back. Wow. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we see the glue going head to head with this Lapu Lapu here. Wow, Yi Sun Shin and the Hilda are making their way onto the top lane. Shiro Oni goes up, and wait, he managed to get spotted by the Yi Sun Shin here, and Twin will be chasing him on his Zushin, but Shiro Oni managed to dash out.
And with that, I mean, there is the first turtle up, and this marks the preparation phase as such of this game. I mean, both teams have kind of measured each other out. They kind of got an idea about the tempo of the match, And the actual tempo of the game is going to be set from this first turtle. Whichever team takes it in the more comfortable way is going to have a better time walking around this map right now. Look at that. There is Gatto zoning them out. Drax is trying his best to make Isan should not get retribution. Who's going to get the retry? It's going to be Shiro Oni, who's going to dive in with the beats, jumping left and right. The IOG does not connect on anything right now. They're going to taunt out the side of the Hilda. He's not going to be able to back off. The glue is going to escape if not for Summer Sun, who takes him out, and that is a favorable trade coming in for the side of Fusion Prime, as they take out not just Hex on the glue, they also take out the Yi Sun Shin, and that's going to make it a lot more difficult for the side of career problems.
They also did manage to secure the turtle. The Shiro only came in with the beautiful retry and ended up stealing the turtle from the side of career problems there. It looks like career problems will be having a lot of problems, but not in the sense of their career, but in the sense of this game. They're having game problems right now. Wow, Crank providing a lot of vision for his team onto Hody Joe and Forgotten One. It looks like Yi Sun Shin will be getting pressurized by Mihawk right now. And Lapu Lapu dives onto the Yi Sun Shin. Wait, but who ends up taking this blue? Mihawk ends up taking down the Yi Sun Shin. And now they're going to be electrifying beats coming in from the side of Joy here. Wait, it looks like Lucian has managed to pick them up, but Lucian has to take down Krang. And Lucian will be trying to escape. Shiro only with the kill onto the Lucian here.
And with that, this finally re-engage. The fight will come to an end with the final immobilized. They will be backing off for now. The blue side firmly in control so far of the map. They've been able to counter jungle also effectively. The fact that Forgotten One has not been able to effectively shut down Joy in the early game is a big win and a big loss for the side of career problems. So they have to be very careful now. They can't afford to make mistakes because the Joy is fed. She has her 2 kills. She's gonna go in for another engage on the top side. It's a 4v4 trade. The Angela is locked on to Drax right now, who is on that Claude. The Gutto is also not gonna be doing much. Both teams will disengage for now as that turtle is up. And with that, Turtle Dance has begun. Joy is the one with the Lord starting it up. Glow is coming in. Hex trying to get a set. We will succeed in it. Who's gonna get the ult? He's gonna catch the split. The AOG is gonna be used up. Oh no, the taunt! Perfect, but it's not enough. Shiro Oni will take the retribution, saving himself with a sliver of HP. The fight is still ongoing right now. And surprisingly, if you see, there's a lot of ults pop, Vision, but no damage.
No damage indeed. And it looks like Twin is currently trying to clear this mid lane here. Wow. While Crank is still giving that vision onto Forgotten One and the Zushin here. It looks like Lapu Lapu and the Glue have been going head to head all this time. But Hilda coming into the aid of Glue right here. But that won't work because the Lapu Lapu is in a secure position and the Angela ulted the Lapu Lapu as well. Lapu Lapu with the dive, but he does not end up catching anyone.
There is a taunt, but I think both teams right now are they're just delaying. I mean, there's really not much happening because in terms of late game, Fusion Prime, while they have a Yusanshin on the side of career problems, Fusion Prime still has a better scaling simply because they have that Angela. Whereas the Yusanshin has he has like meat shields to protect him, but in case the Joy is able to effectively reach towards the backline, it's a free turret for them. It's a free kill. So they have to be very careful in that late game because so far in terms of tempo, there is a 3k gold lead along with 3 kills on favorable on the side of Fusion Prime. So Fusion, what do you think Career Problem needs to do to really get back into this game right now?
For career problem to really get back into this game, I think they need to play it safe. The way the Yi Senshin has been playing, the way the Yi Senshin has been getting locked up by the side of Fusion Prime right here, he's 0-0. He's in a whole lot of trouble. And he's currently one level below the Joy. Even though the Yi Senshin is one of the fastest junglers in the game and he has the potential to outlevel most of the junglers, he is not using it to his advantage. He's being tested by the Lapu Lapu so many times. The Lapu Lapu has been a thorn in his side right here. But it looks like Forgotten One, Hody Joe will not be able to catch Summer Sun and Drax. Drax right now trying to deal a lot of damage here. But G Senshin ends up taking down the inhibitor. Look, Ashiro only will be securing the turtle for his side, the side of Fusion Prime right here. And now they're going to be chasing the G Senshin maybe, but he's too fast. He dashes out. But looks like the side of Fusion Prime is here. They're trying to get this. They're trying to get a one back on the side of career problems here. They want this inhibitor turret on the top lane as well. They said if you've taken ours, we'll take your inhibitor turret down as well. And it looks like there will be a fight in the top lane. Lapu Lapu going in with the help of Angela onto Cody Joe. And they have secured the turret on the top lane as well right now.
And it's like a slow down. Oh, okay, on the bot side, there was action that we got missed out, but Shiro only finally gets taken down with the help of Hex and team. And that's a very successful engage. That's exactly what they needed right now. Gato using up the AOG defensively and also clears out the minion at the same time. I mean, that's a win-win. He sits save a turret for a little longer. Summer Sun dropping up the immobilize. There is the engage with the Lapu. He's going really all in. Got the hard guard on top of him. There is Claude with the blazing duet. Can he get the kill? Yes, he does. Zuzhan will fall. And with that, once again, Career Problem gets pushed back to their turrets, losing all that space that they gained for themselves in that jungle. The neutral ground once again belongs to Fusion Prime. Along with that, gold lead firmly in their favor.
Fusion Prime currently has a 4K goal lead that is extending as we speak right here, and they're giving Career Problems a lot of problems there. But Blue trying to make this turret survive. He's trying to clear this minion wave from the side of Fusion Prime right here, and it works. Because Drax has to retreat right now. It looks like Crank and Summer Sun providing a lot of vision onto the side of Career Problems. They'll be giving their side a lot of vision on this side of Career Problems right here. And looks like Lapu Lapu has managed to clear the top lane as well. Lapu Lapu is going to go for Hex right now, but he knows Hex is really tanky. He can't really commit, but he will be zoning them out because Shiro only is currently going for that Lord. Shiro only wants this Lord for the side of Fusion Prime. They want to capitalize on this early game advantage they have. This early game goal gap on their side that they have on their side, and they want to end this game early.
Look at that. The Lord is going to be taken up pretty comfortably from the side of Fusion Prime. And I think what Career Problem needs to do right now is they can't delay this game any longer because that goal lead is slowly inching upwards and upwards. And with this Lord coming up, right as I speak, they cannot wait too long, and that's the play they wanted to make. Hex makes it happen. There is the blazing duet coming in. Lot of people coming in. 2 people on that AOG. Drax is going to be picking up that kill on the Forgotten One, and they're going to sustain this fight for now. Surprisingly, it is a favorable trade for Fusion Prime despite the poor start on their end. The hard guard of the Angela is definitely making miracles happen. Ooh, the re-engage coming in. Oh no, Ruby missed that stun. And that is all it took. That is all it took. Yisanshin down in a second. Down Sing will go down this time. And with that going on, Lapu is trying to lead the Lord back to the bot side, clearing up the wave. Blue trying his best to prevent and delay it as long as possible. But that charge will happen, and with that, the bottom base inhibitor is chunked down to half HP.
Yisanshin has been a whole lot of trouble in this game. He's 0-3-1. He will be back, but will he be able to make a play? He has not managed to secure a single kill so far, and it's 11 minutes down. So it's something we have to see here. Lapu Lapu going for that 2v1 or a 3v1 in the top lane here. He's like, I'll just provide the pressure all by myself. He's 1-0-4. He has a lot of confidence. He's a man on the move right here, and it looks like they will be pushing these lanes as much as they can from the side of Fusion Prime right now.
And the worst problem is there's not enough lane clear coming in from the side of Career Problems. They just do not have the kind of lane clear that they need. And at the same time, the longer this game goes, the worse it's going to be for Career Problem to really, be able to hold the waves and also take effective fights. Because their whole idea was to actually shut down that Claude early, shut down the Joy, and, be in the state that Fusion Prime is right now. But the tables have turned on them completely. Oh, Shiro Dancing around, teasing out a reaction does not, nobody bites for it just yet.
Fusion Prime, right now they have a 7K goal gap in minute 12. Will they be able to capitalize on towards this and use it to their advantage, or will some career problems end up making a comeback somehow? Because it's still 7 kills to 2 kills, but the goal gap is really insane right here, and it's something that this side of career problems will be having a lot of problems dealing with, because right now, Somerset and Mihawk trying to go for this blue buff of Yi-Sun-Shin as well. They will not let the Yi-Sun-Shin get his buffs right now. And Chiro only 2 levels over him as well. So if there's a victory battle, we all know who's winning right there. It's most probably the Joy, as he gets 2 levels over them. And Chiro only ends up securing the Light Lord for the side of Fusion Prime right here. Mihawk providing, trying to zone the side of player problems out. And he will be making sure that they do not touch his friends or they do not get close to any of his teammates right here.
And with that, the Lord is marching down the bot side. Career problem, like I said, they have to do something and they have to do it now. Because playing it safe is not going to work anymore. You have a Lord that's definitely going to crash and break one inhibitor. You're going to lose at least a inhibitor or two. So right now, Ruby, Glue have to give the best set of their lives. They have to hope for Fusion Prime to make a mistake. Because right now, there's the Lord marching
Red
down.
team
There's the
base
set
turret
coming
has
in.
been
Lapu diving in with the
destroyed.
hard guard. They're going to go in all the way in. A beautiful hook. The AOG connects onto two. The hard guard. The blazing
Red
duet.
team
It's
triple
all over.
double
Is
slain.
it? Not just yet.
Dominating.
Forgotten One takes out Shiro Oni. There's a double kill. Drax Hex will be trading their lives, but Drax is going to come out on top. But it looks like it's over. It's a sea of blue. And with that, the Aegis will fall along with career problems, dreams in this MLOS season 2.
Victory!
We have a winner who is marching on to the next round of 32, and it is none other than Fusion Prime, a very well deserved MVP coming in from Angela, who is the only reason that scoreboard is not higher in favor of career problems.
What a game indeed by the side of Fusion Prime here. They have managed to capitalize on this goal gap they had, and right now we'll be going on to a short break.
And welcome back, everybody. After that short break, I hope all of you are charged up because this game is about to be crazy. It's going to be the match between Intensity Esports and Lettυce win. A good play on words. And for this game, I'll be your caster ball to do along with the very talented Fission. And with that, the game is already underway with a very interesting game coming. And if you see that, you're seeing a lot of EXP maps, heroes banned because on both sides you have very talented EXP laners. So I think we're going to be seeing a heavy, fighter ban focus coming in because they have a lot of, fighter hero pool on both sides.
I agree. They will be wanting to shut these EXP laners down. We see a CC ban and a Lapu Lapu ban. As usual, S tier bans have nothing much to say about these bans. Everyone knows why they're being banned out. And we see a Bane ban. Bane, obviously, they're not going to let us see a Bane in action in this game. We want to see that uh, magic build Bane right now. A Harriet also being banned out. Not one of the top MMs right now in this meta, but still a really good ban because we know what a Harrod and his chrono dashes can do and how he can change a game in the goal lane. Right now, Zulrox will be going for the ban on the side of Intensity Esports. What
Okay,
do you think about these
and
bans so far, Baldudu?
well, it looks like they're kind of mirroring because you have Harith, who's like a conventional mage but plays on the gold lane. You have the Bane, who's a conventional jungler but currently plays on every lane except that. And on the other side, you have two Clash lane, EXPs banned out. So let's see if the other side will respond with the same. It's going to be a Zujin ban. And, it's like there's no particular head or tail as to the bans. I just think that each team has personal preferences on their picks so far, so they just don't want to deal with some heroes altogether, or some of these heroes just mess up the tempo too much for their picks to be effective. Like we've seen that Joy ban, like its Joy is not usually in the first three bans, but there exactly it is. So let's see how they go with it.
Intensity have banned out the Zushin right here, and as we see, the Joy has been banned out right now. Wow, wow, Void, I mean Blessed has picked up the Grok right here. S tier revamped roamer, one of the best roamers in this meta right here, who will be doing a lot of, who will be giving a lot of problems to this red side. Wow, we see a Yi Shin being picked up and Alice being picked up. Both really, really, really good picks. Yi Shin and S tier jungler, while Alice providing a lot of sustain. Alice after that revamp, Alice has been crazy. Meanwhile, we see Intensity Esports picking up Ireto and the Kimi. Ireto in the gold lane, obviously one of the top MMs right now. Kimi going to be providing a lot of damage and a lot of immobility from the mid lane. Wow, Sage of Demon Realm is going to go for that Gato Kacha maybe? He's hovering over the Gato Kacha right now. He's yet to make up his mind. Will he be making up his mind? He does indeed end up making his mind up on the Gato Kacha. A really, really strong pick right here. What do you think about the draft so far, Baldudu?
Well, I mean, it's very standard drafts coming in from both sides. But I mean, I like that Alice pick because right now Alice is popping off, and I think Alice is a great option because simply because the Grok is the one who's going to be making the sets from the side of intensity. Whereas with Lettυce, what they can do is they have the Alice, they have the Gutto, they have a lot of engage and re-engage potential, and I think that is a soft power in terms of the kit that is going to give them a lot more staying power in fights simply because you can have the ability to join and leave the fight whenever you want. But that is not the case with the first three, at least based on the draft so far, the front three that intensity is running. So it's going to be a little more difficult for them to really effectively re-engage, especially with someone like Alice. I mean, you have to rush anti-heal as soon as possible. You have to rush a lot of shred. You need to get poke because right now you have poke, but you need someone to stop Alice in place. Otherwise, she's just gonna go and stand on your Kimi, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I agree. I agree with that. And right now we have seen these bans, by the way, on the Moscow and the Nathan coming in. Meanwhile, the Arlot and Hayabusa being banned. It's surprise. There's still the Lancelot left. There's still the Ferdinand left. There's still the Baxter left. So this side of Intensity Esports, they could be picking up Boxer, they could be picking up Fredrin. Who knows what we'll see here? But Sawyer's going to be hovering over the Kadita right now. Sawyer might be going for the Kadita right now, but only time will tell because he's not locking it right now. So are we going to see this Kadita being picked out here, or will he go to the Eve? He is hovering over these two options. He's yet to make up his mind right now, and it looks like Sawyer will end up picking the Eve. Wow, now it's the turn of Turrox and Bray to be picking their heroes here. Who will they be picking up? Who will we be seeing in the jungle here? Could it be a Fredrin? Could it be a Baksha, maybe? Or maybe they end up picking the Lancelot to go assassin versus assassin. What do you think they will be doing here, Baldudu?
Well, they have also picked up the Eve, and I mean that was the best mage that intensity could have picked up against the comp that Lettυce win is running. So it's gonna be difficult right now because these guys have a lot of poke. They have early game, they have late scaling. But in terms of pure late scaling, intensity still has the better comp. It's just a question of can they reach there? Because you have, apart from the Yuzong and Grok, you have three heroes, which are your three main sources of damage, your three main sources of, your actual carries in a fight. All of these three need at least two items. Like Kimi at the very least needs two items. Irithil needs a full kit of the three crit damage heroes, the crit items. Whereas Yuzong, like while he's good in the early, he would benefit with your War Axe. So, even with Zolrox on that Roger, it's gonna take time. And that is the big question because no team at this stage is gonna give anybody. You'll have time is there for everyone, but whether you have the space to make full use of the time is that question. So if intensity can hold on and have a comfortable first 10-12 minutes of the game, it's their game. There's no question about it. But if they cannot succeed in doing that, Lettυce win is gonna take that win by there for themselves.
They will indeed be look to capitalize on this. But we see the Roger being picked up by Zolrox while Brave ends up picking the Yuzong right here. And both these drafts, which draft are you favoring in this game, by the way, Bagdudu?
Well, simply because of the Alice, I would prefer the Alice and the Eve. I mean, that is a very deadly combo. I mean, I mentioned the point of re-engages. Like if Grok messes up a stun, or even if he does get a good stun, you do not have any damage until the first 5 minutes to actually kill that Alice before she dashes out. And even if you do dive in on the Alice, the Eve's real world manipulation is there to, really not let Erithiel and Kimi, damage anyone in peace. And this is not even counting the other, the Gutout altogether. The question of the Gutout and Wildness is not even brought up. So, like I said, it's a patience game at this point. If intensity, despite their name, play patiently, they will be able to get that win. Otherwise, it's like I said, Lettυce is going to be taking home that win.
It looks like Lettυce would want the side of Intensity Esports to let them win, and Intensity Esports would maybe want to show that intensity that they're coming to play with here. While right now we see the Irithel and the Melissa going head to head right now. The Irithel dealing a lot of damage to this Melissa, but the Melissa counters back. The Melissa has something to say about this. When look in the mid lane. There's Chase taking a lot of damage. He's immobilized right now. Kimi won't let him escape, and he might end up getting taken down. Do HP can end up taking down the Cutout Catcher right now. He gets the first blood onto this Cutout Catcher, and these intensity have managed to show why they're called intensity esports after all. They've managed to go for this aggressive play early game right here, and they've managed to capitalize on it. Wow, Sawyer taking a lot of damage from the Serato. Meanwhile, Grok and Kimi are making their way onto the skill, Melissa right here to get the skill, but the Melissa already anticipated and ends up backing out.
And I mean, that is great. The fact that they were able to give me a kill so early on is a big plus point for intensity because they're gonna have that much more confidence, and the Gato is gonna be that much more careful when he's rotating. He's not gonna go as aggressive as before because he knows that okay, maybe I might have underestimated that damage Kimi does. Because the steel body will only protect you from physical defense, not magic. and Kimi has boatloads of that for everybody to dish out. So with that, the first turtle is up. Vision, who do you think can get this?
The first turtle, it looks like the red side kind of. But wait, the intensity is good at something too bad. There's Yuzong going for that zoning out. Yuzong will look to zone all these three members of the red third right now. But looks like someone that will end up getting taken down. Stage of Demon Realm is not the stage of the turtle realm, because he ends up getting taken down right now. So Rook's managing to secure the turtle for the side of Intensity Esports right here. And we literally just saw it. Intensity Esports has been showing their intensity from minute one of this game, and they've managed to secure the turtles for their side. Looks like Grok will be going in for Sawyer here, but Sawyer manages to ult. He will be trying to keep him into the third. Sawyer ends up taking down the Grok right here. What an amazing place from Sawyer coming right here. He managed to survive the 3-man tower dive, and he managed to get a kill out of that as well.
Definitely, and with that, I mean, this game is only looking better and better for the side of intensity, because even if they just keep the game even, they're gonna win in the late game. Because their win condition right now is just playing safe, or just holding on. But they're not just holding on; they're actually in a very comfortable position in the game right now. So they are performing very good at this stage of the game in terms of their draft. And you can see the impact that the Grok is having in terms of zone. He's kind of restricting them to clumps, and you do not want to clump up. And right as I spoke, there is the engage. Alice trying her best to sustain, but it's not going to be enough against all that damage that's coming in, and she will be sent back to the base against her will. And look at the trio of intensity roaming. I mean, it's like almost a clump of four. Irithil is almost always searching for his possible set to join the fight in. So yeah, look, they're always rotating in groups of three, and that is always a mechanical advantage, a numbers advantage for the side of intensity. And with that, they also steal away the blue of that YSS.
Ashley, by the way, the Gatot Kacha not having the best of early games. He needs to wake up. It might be 9 p.m. nearly, but he needs to take a shot of espresso right here. He needs to lock in, and he needs to be coming back from the 0-0 here. He's one of the sustained heroes on the side of Lettυce win here. But right now, Zolrok's going for this Lord. He will manage to take the shot easily for the side of Intensity Esports, because he does not have any success coming off of the side of Lettυce win right here. And Zolrok manages to secure this turtle really easily. And while we see Grok zoning out the Roger, zoning out the Gatot Kacha, zoning out the Yi Sun Shin, and it's going to be, both the junglers are going to be focusing on their farm for as of now, but Yu Zhong and Alice going for it. They're just going to clear their wave, and they're going to be dominating, but looks like Alice will end up taking a lot of damage from this Yu Zhong right here in the bottom lane.
And look at that. The scoreboard is 3-1, and there is a slight slowdown in the tempo of the game, simply because intensity knows what they need to do. They just have to hold on and wait for a mistake, which the side of Lettυce is doing frequently, because once again Alice going in too deep, and the Roger along with Bray will be taking home that kill. They also convert the mid turret, and it looks like this snowball has begun. And it's really difficult for Lettυce win to stop it. You can roam in all the clumps you want, but right now they just do not have any damage to really they can't outburst the damage that is being dealt by Intensity Esports.
That will indeed be correct. Looks like Sawyer is in a lot of trouble here, but the Gatot Kacha ends up saving him. The Sawyer ends up taking down the Grok here right now, and the Gatot Kacha survives as well. What a play by the Gatot Kacha to save his fellow teammate here.
Okay, so far, I mean, it's 4-2. They finally did manage to get a kill, but it's only been on the Grok. You get it. So like, even if you're getting those kills at the end of the day, you're only just denying them vision for like maybe 20 seconds, which is not good. You need to take down the marksman. You need to take down that Kimi or that Roger, because if you take that Roger out, he's not going to be trying to invade as much. and that will allow your Sunshine to farm, because right now your Sunshine is only at level 9 compared to Zolrock's level 11. It looks like it's Zolrock's on the Sunshine instead rather than being on the Roger. But there is the AOG, catches one, and finally it looks like Lettυce win might just get something on the board, but Zolrock is still going to use that level gap to his advantage. Zinx is going to make it another kill. Can they make it 2? Yes, they do. They make it 3. They're searching for the 4th. It might just be a complete wipeout, and yes, it is. Intensity eSports showing up big time, as they will be trying to siege that inhibitor out in just under a minute, in just under 8 minutes. They're already at the inhibitor poking it down.
What a wipeout coming onto Lettυce win side. They have got it taken down, and indeed, it looks like Lettυce win. We're trying to come back, but Intensity Esports had some other plans for them, and they said, you know what, we will be capitalizing on this advantage we have right here, and we won't be going down without a fight. We will look to hold you back down even more than we have already done so far in this game. And this one kill or these 2 kills on the Grok will not be dictating this match once and for all, because like Baldudu said, these kills on the Grok don't really matter much, because they're really not taking down anyone significant, because Kensei on the Akimi is 404 right now. The Roger, as we know, is levels above the Ji Shin, and he's doing his thing. The Irithel is 202 as well. So but it looks like Kaze right now on the top block, and there's a lot of team fight coming in. Kaze doing 3 blessed with the AOD. They just even run right now, and they're taking down Blast. Kensei, and they're taking down the stage of even well, and looks like Gringles, and they're taking down Sawyer as well. But the Eastern Chin the Gato Kacha has managed to escape. Peter really low HP. He is literally 1 HP on the brink of death right now. And the Yuzong will be changing his sight onto the mid lane to push this middle inhibitor turret, this last middle inhibitor turret that is left for the side of Lettυce win. It looks like this side of Intensity Esports will not be looking to let this side of Intensity Lettυce win as it stands.
And it's just not looking good. It's not looking good for Lettυce will win, because Lettυce win is letting Intensity take this game away from them, because the tempo is completely in their favor. The goal lead is at 12k. They have a Lord. Not a single turret has been even touched, of Intensity Esports. They have all the gold they need. They've got their items, and I don't think Alice can really sustain anything right now. Neither can Kazi. Neither can Kaz on that Gato. While you have a Melissa, the Melissa is not even getting to really play much in that fight, because she gets melted instantly by that Roger with his Lycan pounce. So this, it might be the do or die situation, because it's going to be an advanced Lord coming in. Grok is also going to accumulate that minions, trying to set up that Lord perfectly. He synced the waves completely, looking for a set. There is the Lord going from the mid side. The Kimi does pop her out already. The bot side is getting shredded down. Die the marksman. They're gonna get the mid 2, and that's 2 inhibitors taken in their favor. Is Grok gonna give us a wild charge just yet? There it is. The AOG is coming in response, but there's no follow-up, and Case is gonna be taken out for no reason whatsoever. But the defense is successful for now, but there's the next wave. Alice diving in, Lycan Pounce coming in very heavy. The base is gonna be chipped down, and with that, Intensity Esports will be taking home that win.
Victory!
I might not be Castillo, but it was not looking good, bruv. And the way the Irithel had managed to lock onto that base, he had his side sets on the base. He did not care about what was going on in the team fight. They were fighting it out, they were brawling it out, but the Irithel had his side set onto this base crystal, and he managed to end it and win this for the side of Intensity Esports right here. What a game. 13-3, a 10-minute game, and early. After all these late game wins, we've finally seen a really early game victory coming in for our side and today's fixtures. What a game. What do you think about this, Baldudu?
And with that, I mean, very favorable game coming in for them. They've had a great time, and you can see that in their scoreboards. A well-deserved MVP. I was actually like, if Grok probably did not die as much, it would have been his MVP. But again, can say everyone from Intensity can congratulate themselves on that win. They're gonna be going home happy, and they're gonna be securing a slot for themselves in that top 32. And with that, folks, we will be heading in for a very short break. Stay tuned, and we will have a few more games coming up for you.
Welcome back, guys, to MLOS Season 2, Round of 64, Day 1. There's a 50,000 cash prize pool on the line here, brought to you by RRG Esports Syndicate, powered by Zenvy Visuals, and co powered by EFO, or the Esports Federation of Odisha, and produced by RRG Production. Special thanks to MOBA 5v5 Esports. But right now, we're watching the blue side Crimsons versus ABM on the red side right here. This is a really anticipated game right here because we're going to be seeing the side of ABM play today. And right now we see a ban coming onto Bane on from the blue side here right now. We all know that Bane is a magic damage dealer, and his currently Bane is one of those top tier picks. So what do you have to say about this? By the way, I'm joined with my co-host right here, Burger. So the fantastic and amazing Burger right here. What do you have to say about these bands
Yeah.
so far and about these two teams playing today?
I mean, as you mentioned already, Fission, it's obviously an anticipated match of the day because AVM, one of the top teams representing our country, is on the play on the line. So obviously, as you talked about Bane, he is such a good burst hero right now. Any combo goes with him. Like if you have a double burst, which can, crowd up, do some crowd control as well, that's sufficient to wipe any team out. And I mean, from the side of ABM, they're obviously going for the Jushin ban because most of the matches I have seen ABM sometimes loses due to a good, Jushin getting played out. The tank gets right away. I mean, pushed right away with her skills. So yeah, this is gonna be an interesting match to watch. But as we talk about bans, Alice and CC, one of the top tier picks, which have been banned out recently are getting banned again. So we are looking forward to some really interesting drafts from both of the sides. We are also expecting some, meta heroes, probably a Grok. Okay, we are expecting a Grok. So what do you have to say about it, Fission?
Like you said already about this team of
Yeah,
SHU or ABM, that they're
yeah,
representing the country. They're one of the top teams in the country, and so we will be looking
yeah,
to see a lot of these bands here that are probably S tier picks or some picks that we see in a tournament level style of play in the top tier plays here. The Grok also being banned, like you said mentioned earlier. The Boxer gets banned from the side
yeah,
of ABM right here, S tier jungler. But there's still the
yeah,
Ascension open, the Lancelot open. There's still a lot of great picks
yeah.
in jungle here. Fredrin is open as well. Nick with the Kalea pick
That's
right
right.
now, another solid roamer. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, Galea has been such a tough, I would say, roamer to fight against because the constant stun, the minimal heals for the Flask of Oasis paired with the Flask of Oasis, that's too insane to counter. So she's a really good, I would say, roamer, EXP, whatever you call her. She's all-time best friend. But on the other side, AVM going with an, I mean, sustained combo, that's going to be Angela with the Gatot Kacha. So if these two are paired, I bet you these two can sustain a lot, or check the bushes together. But for the roaming part, Angela has to play it safe because she would be an easy target for Crimson's Eco in this match. So let's see.
By the way, I have a feeling Apex, since Apex is the roamer, this Angela is going to be a mid laner right here.
Yeah,
Well, we're seeing a
yeah,
Kimmy pick in the mid lane from the side of Epic Crimson and a Fredrin pick. These are like I said previously, Fredrin S tier pick right now. So the chances of them picking up a Yi Sen Shin and a Lancelot get minimalized, but it could still be possible that the side of ABM do still pick up a Lancelot or a Yi Sen Shin. That immobilization coming in from the side of the Kimmy will be really crucial. And now Caved Baldy has ended up picking the Harrod, a really good pick in that goal
yeah,
lane, and he will be looking to utilize this. Now Jay onto his pick, onto his ban. I mean, sorry, he's ended up
yeah,
banning the carry, which is which I think they're going to go for that sustain. So the carry could be giving the doing a lot of physical penetration and taking the sustained heroes down. So they don't want to play against that at this point. Now look him going for his ban. What do you think about these bans and picks so far, Burger?
I mean, you know, Kay Bradley has picked up Harit that to doubt that's a direct counter to Kimi. Is Kimi, right? She can really just stunt you, keep you in place. as well as finish you off precisely. So you do need a mobility plus burst hero. That's gonna be hard for Team ABM. So it's gonna be a backline hero, and Galkasa would be guarding in the front. And as you talked about the bans, Carry getting banned out because they wanna go sustain. That's true, but that's also kind of a hindrance for them because the opposing team does have two tanks on their team already. That's gonna be Fedrin and Kalea. So you know they have to take something or the other that gives a constant damage, probably a Claude. That would be a good pick, but against a Fedrin, if he stuns him, it's really done for him. And also there's a Kalea onto the team, so it would be an easy pick up and finish off for the team, for instance eco. So they have to manage it out, the whole plan. But anyways, to the banning phase again, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be Esmeralda getting banned out because we are looking here onto Angel and Harith. These both are shield dependent heroes. And if any chance, by any chance, Crimson's Eco does pick up this hero, Esmeralda, this is gonna be a really hard time for ABM to catch up or farm by or sustain the fights. In the later phases, even in the early phases, it's going to be really tough for them. And last ban coming in from the sides of Crimson's Eco is gonna be a really heavy EXP laner, where a very utilized one that's gonna be Lapu Lapu.
I agree with everything you said so far, by the way, Burger. And now we're going to be seeing the pick of Jay. Jay, by the way, one of the really veteran players in the ML esports scene in India. So this
Yeah,
pick by him, he's going to be picking the Lucas up. We're going to be
yeah, yeah.
seeing Lucas in jungle. It's been a while since I've seen a Lucas in jungle. I can't really recall when the last time it was that I saw a Lucas in jungle, especially in MLS season 2. I've not seen a single Lucas jungle so far, I think.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. Like in the early phase, the way they banned out all the meta heroes, it's got to be some special or unique picks in the draft. So Lucas would be a really great combo to counter the crowd control in the side of Crimson's Echo, but that could backfire too because Fred Drain has a lot of CC, to be honest. And the amount of stuff
Frederick will be
use
looking
his ult, yeah, properly.
Yeah, Frederick will be looking to get his taunts off on this Lucas here. And Anti with that glue pick right here. Sid goes for the Arlott, while Lucum goes for that Granger. The Granger, we all know what a Granger can do with the Sky Piercer stacks. We will be looking to see what the Granger can do here. He can potentially stop this side of ABM, but will that be enough? Will the Granger be enough? Or will they need a little bit more from the side of Epic Crimson here? We will find out. Which draft do you think right now are you kind of tilting toward? Which draft do you think is a bit better than the other draft here, Burger?
This whole lineup from both of the sides does look interesting indeed. I'm not tilting to anyone right now. I just want to enjoy the match because we are seeing ABM play right now. And about the glue pick, I'm really interested because glue can be a really menace at times when he is on to your DPS. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the day three
5
of round
seconds
one,
till the enemy reaches the
MLOS season
battlefield.
two, and we
Smash
are
them.
here with Crimson's Echo on the
All
blue side,
troops
ABM
deployed.
to the red side. I'm a Costa Burger. Along with me, I do have Vision. So, Vision, what do you think of this match?
Like you said, we're just there to enjoy the game, enjoy the wild ride here. Because ABM and Epic
Yeah.
Crimson are both really, really good sides. The draft looking really, really good. It could, it will all come down to that last mistake or that one mistake which ends up leading to a loss for one of these sides. But looks
First
like
blood.
it will be the Kalea that will end up getting picked out by Apex. Apex playing really good right here. They're trying to take down Suzumi on the Kimi as well. This side of SHUL or ABM have come and guns blazing. Now they're going for the Fredman right here. He ends up getting the taunt, but will that taunt be enough? Because he'll be getting taken down by Jay on the Lucas. ABM already 2-0 up. What do you think about this so far, Burger?
This is absolute domination coming from the side of ABM. They are already dominating the game in, but there you go. Because Luke's in trouble. Angela is on the backup, but will Gatkan survive? Maybe, maybe not. There goes. There goes the revitalize in the, tough system. But there you go. Glue coming in for the play, and Tape by Tail secures the kill for the Kimi. There you go. And we talked about the combination, Fission. We talked about the strange lineup we are seeing here. The Angela being mid, the Gatotkacha going for the roam. This is absolutely working in the hands of ABM.
You're indeed right, by the way. The way ABM by the way, the way ABM has been playing in this game with the Angela in the mid lane, they will wait. Jade ends up taking down Lukum. Jay, what a play by Jay. Lukum was really low HP and he ended up making him pay right there. This draft and this composition coming in from the side of ABM. Wait, there will be another fight. They're going to catch Nick. Anti low HP, but Anti ends up catching him. Nick will end up getting taken down by the Angela right here. And it looks like there's a lot of problems for the side of Epic Crimson because ABM are 0-5 right now. They have 5 kills and looks like another one on the chopping block. Kimmy really low HP here. Arlot with the final slash coming in. Kimmy ends up taken down by Apex right here. And Arlot, the only one surviving, he's trying to deal a bit of, he's trying to poke the Anti out, but Anti is too tanky for him. He will not be managing to take him down. It looks like there will be a free turtle being secured on the side of ABM right there.
The game is notch level right now, coming from the side of ABM. They know we were talking about the notch gameplay coming in from the side of ABM. They know what they have picked on the draft, and they are utilizing it as as best as they can. But there you go, Glue is on the charge as well as Lucas coming in from the side of no. There you go, Kalea has picked up Lucas. He's in a really bad position here, but will escape right now. But there you go, Glue again, very deep in the turret. Gatotkacha also dives in, goes for a stun, but no backup, no former long range damage dealer on the side of ABM. So this is gonna be 4-0.
ABM might not have the range, but they do have the sustain because they're still 7-0. Anti trying to hinder this movement coming in from the Arlot here instead. And looks like Sid is doing everything he can to take out Anti, but Anti just too tanky, and Anti manages to survive every time. He's just doing, and he's getting 2v1 right now with the Kalea and the Arlot. It looks like the Angela will come in to save the day for this Glue right here, and Sid manages to survive. Sid is low HP. It looks like they have turned the tides on Sid. Sid, what is this?
What kind of combination are we seeing right now, Fission? Anti with the Glue, Angela is just constantly poking any enemies, giving them certain amount of damage, then retreating again. But there you go, another fight breaks in. Gatotkacha onto the Kimi will finish off with the enhanced basic attack. This is trouble. This is trouble for Crimson's Echo. They're not being able to sustain a fight nor convert a kill for their team. So they do need to prioritize objectives or, just push side by side. But ABM is too smart for that. I mean, you can't outrun them. But there you go. Harith is charging on to the... there you go. Another confirmed kill for ABM right now. But this would be a sacrifice for Team ABM. They have lost their goal laner for another goal laner.
Finally a kill onto the side of the Crimson. They have managed to finally secure a kill at minute 5. And it looks like Jay will end up taking down Sid yet again in the turtle. But Jay ends up taking down the turtle as well. Jay is on a killing spree right here, but the team is trying to do a lot of damage, but it'll be a free turtle secured by the side of ABM right here. Jay ends up managing to secure the turtle right here. And a lot of damage coming in from the side of Jay towards the Kimmy here. But looks like Apex is a plan here. Apex is on a mission. He's hiding in the bush burger. He will be looking to take down Luke him down and the ambulance. It looks like he won't even be letting
them
keep taking down the Granger. What is going on?
Being ABM, being absolute menace, just being all over the map, converting kills. But there you go, another fight has broken out. AOG has popped up, but no, not really, economic this time. The ultimate, but anyways, they are in the lead. They do not have to worry about wasting any ultimates because they do have the item advantage. They do have the gold advantage as well as the level advantage. So not much hustle for them. But there you go, Lucas has turned into Dragon. Irons are also on him. Arlot is on the go, tries to pick off someone. He will retreat right now. Lucas really low. Now this time looks bad for Lucas, but he will convert this kill, but will get sacrificed as well. Cape Badly will turn out Kid, will kill out Sid in this situation. But there you go, Apex again targeting on Lukum. I guess Apex has some personal beef on Lukum. That's why he's targeting him constantly.
Apex better let us know what tea is going on here, because he needs to tell us, he needs to spill the tea right here, because there must be reason he's been targeting the Graydon here. He's been making these cheeky plays with the help of the Angela, ulting the glue, ulting the Gutto, providing them with a lot more sustain than they already have. And it looks like every time there's a fight, they're trying to give some false sense of hope to this side of Epic Crimson. That when the fight on the glue happened, it was like they were saying, oh, there's a chance you might kill the glue, but then the Angela ulted the glue and the Angela managed to take down the Arler last time. So it looks like there is something going on. Tape Patel is literally he's just vibing. He's just sitting in the bushes. He doesn't even have to be there. He can ult from anywhere on the map and provide a lot more sustain to his teammates than they already have. Anti and Apex here with Cave Baldi going to push the mid lane. Right here, it looks like Jay and Apex are trying to. It looks like Apex is back in the team fight, but he's just left standing. He doesn't have to do anything at this point. They're 217. They have a nearly. They're at an 8k goal gap against the enemy team, and they'll be looking to just play their way towards a win.
Absolutely, they do have a lot of advantage, but there you go. Angela somehow escaped. Okay, just ulted towards the glue. Somehow she got out of it. Didn't got stunned in the process, but there you go. Sid looks in danger. Every guy falls in. Glue sticks to him. There you go. The constant jumps from the Harit will finish off Sid. Really bad position for Crimson Echo here. Already 8 minutes in and about to break the inhibitor turret from the top lane. But anyways, you are into the fight. Angela dives in with the Lucas. No, no, no. Glue is there. He will be there to confirm kills, but will flicker out as he falls into third damage.
It looks like the side of ABM are on a hurry, because Apex is jumping into the enemy side here right now. They will be looking to
Yeah.
take this into the third down as well, and it looks like they're literally on a hurry, because it's only 8 minutes 40 seconds right there, and they're already 219 with a 9k, or it might be a 10k goal gap. It is nearly a 10k goal gap onto the side of ABM here, and it looks like they will be trying to end this game. But Jay is clearly right now, he's just farming. He's just going to free farm. He's going to take his time. He's 516. He's level 12. He's a level over this red moon 131. And now the side of ABM will be going for this Lord right there. The, but is there even a Lord dance right there? Because the side of Epic Crimson does not want to play. They're like, okay, they're like those kind of kids in a cricket match where when the losing kid says, I own this cricket bat and the ball, so I'm going back home. They don't want to deal with this lord, and it will be going to the side of ABM right now.
Absolutely, they are just scared right now. Just they don't want to get out and get caught off guard by any of them. But there you go, Gato Kacha on the lineup. Ultimate from the Harit. Will he take out someone? No, AOG is on the go. Blue is in the scene. Lucas will turn out to be the wolf form, and there you go, secure the kill for his team. Another kill. No, no, this time tape a tail will actually steal the kill from Lucas. That was kind of funny to watch. But anyways, just two people from the side of Crimson's Echo. Will they be able to defend it, or will they die in the hands of ABM? Looks bad. Monster kill from Quick badly, and Apex will finish the last man standing. The base is wide open, and the game lies in the hands of Team ABM. Such a notch level gameplay, such a menace for Team Crimson's Echo. This shows why they do represent our country.
What a play! Rightfully said so by Burger. What a play coming from the side of Apex and his team, the side of ABM. They've managed to finish this game. This is the fastest game of the day for today. I think 10 minutes and nine
Yeah.
seconds. The way they played, by the way, it was really surreal to watch. They were clearly on a hurry. I think they're trying to push rank or something. They have a flight or a train to catch. Like the way they
Yeah.
played, this game is only going to be going on for this long, and a well-deserved win by the side of ABM.
Yeah. That's it for today, guys. As you saw, the interesting match has ended. It was the last match of our day. With that, Fusion and Burger will be signing off. But stay tuned. It's just the day three of round one of series MLOS season two. So we will be back again tomorrow with the usual timing, 6 o'clock. Be there, be on the stream, and do support us. Share it with your MLBB enthusiasts, and do hit the follow on our social media handles. But for that, we would be liking to signing off.